All right, welcome back to Afternoon Live. Our next guests are working to bring near-death experiences into the light. Take a look.
I'm not getting a pulse. I'm not getting a pulse.
And it came from this being that was like a parent, it seemed.
All those bees from that beehive, they stung the daylights out of Honey.
The pattern of the near-death experience is truly universal.
We welcome from Portland International Association for Near-Death Studies, Maureen Belle, along with creator of Consciousness Continues, the film, TV series, and book. Heather Dominguez is here as well. Hello, ladies.
Hi. Thank you for having us.
No, thank you for coming, because a lot of people automatically think, what are you talking about near-death experiences, right? Have you encountered when you started asking around, people are like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, that's actually a good point. And most people don't really know what a near-death experience is, because they think it's when you're in your car and you almost get hit by another car. They go, oh my God, I had a near-death experience.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
We went out to the street a few years ago with me and my film crew, and we asked about 35 people if they knew what a near-death experience was. And about half of them did. They knew that it was when you are with a heartbeat or respiration, you have a memory or a collection of memories. So that's what it is. But what they didn't know what it was. And then when we asked them, have you ever heard of dying and seeing the light? 100% knew what it was.
Yes.
So everybody really does know what it is. They just don't know the term near-death experience.
So that is universal then?
Yeah, dying and seeing the light.
Anybody who's had a near-death experience reports seeing this light?
Well, usually it's a light. Not 100%, but that's the way that it's commonly known.
Okay, okay. Now Heather, you have to tell me, what got you all interested in this topic to begin with?
Well, serendipitously, I just kept coming across it, and I studied it for 20 years, and when it came time for me to do my senior thesis in film school, when I was 38, I went back to school. It was like I had to do it about near-death experience. So I filmed 19 hours of footage, and I cut a short film of 12 minutes, so that's on Amazon right now, and really well received. And then I also am making a series, and I transcribed all the interviews and made it into a book that's like a companion piece for the series that's coming up, and it's going to be on Amazon.
Yes, that's where I was watching it, so I got a chance to see that, and it is very interesting. Now, Maureen, though, you've had a near-death experience. Please tell us about it.
Well, in late 2006, I was diagnosed with stage 4 non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and basically told to go home and take care of my affairs, that I was going to die. But they decided to put me on chemotherapy. They said maybe they could extend my life for a few months. And as it turns out, 6 months later, 85 pounds on hospice, hooked up to morphine and oxycodone because the pain was so excruciating. I had a near-death experience. So, and what happened is I knew I was done. I was, I had been in excruciating pain. So what my experience was is I just closed my eyes and I let go, and I moved into this light, and the only thing I can call it is light and love. And there was a presence there. And in the background, it was really interesting, because in the background I could see shadows. I could see shadows of people, and I could see shadows of my animals, all the animals I'd had during my life. But the presence said, you have a choice. You can either stay or you can go back, which I'm learning is an unusual experience.
Okay.
And so I thought, oh. So I turned around and I looked down, and my body was way down below on the bed, and I could see, I barely made a ripple on the bed. I was so thin. And I turned around, and it was like, really? Go back there?
Right.
And the presence said, yes, you have a choice. Ask your body. So I turned around again, and I was about ceiling height away from my body, looking down, and I said, well, what do you think? And my body goes, yeah, let's give it a try. And so, but no decision was bad. Whether I stayed or went, it was all the same.
It all felt good.
It all felt good, right. There was no, hesitation or anxiety about going back. And so I said, okay, I'm going to close my eyes, and I'm either going to end up farther into the light, or I'm going to end up back in that bed. And I woke up, and the sun was shining through the window. It was morning, and the sun was shining through the trees, and I kind of, looked around, and I had no pain.
What?
My pain was gone. My pain was
Shut the
gone.
front door. Are you serious?
Yes. And within And then I also found I was hungry, and within about a month, I was improving so rapidly that I had a tumor the size of my fist on my pancreas. It disappeared.
Girl, listen,
Yeah,
this is amazing.
It's literally, there's no medical reason for me to be here.
Because here you are, what,
Yes.
11 years later? Wow.
Yes. Yeah.
That's incredible. So tell me this, what do you want people to take away from learning about near-death experiences?
Well, first off, that it is very common. And there's groups, there's support groups out there, IANDS, there's places that people can go to be listened to, because a lot of times people's friends and family don't believe them, and they try to say that they're crazy or something like that. In fact, there's a new chapter, Portland IANDS, and there's going to be a meeting this Saturday, or Sunday, sorry, this Sunday. And I want...
Heather's going to be the guest.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you're definitely good to speak to the topic. You've done a lot of research. You got this book, the film, the TV series coming out. And I guess the thing we want to take away is we should conquer the fear around dying, yes?
Yes.
Wow, that's incredible. Well, thank you for sharing your story, and thank you for sharing your research. And man, I'm blown away. Again, the book and the TV series is Consciousness Continues.